The Target Series heads to its final race of the Superspeedway Swing. It's always a crazy race here at Daytona under the lights. This is the Samsung 250. Ryan Brown in the 78 has the pole for tonight's race. To his outside second is the 22 of Adam McDowell. Then third, Sebastian Kukulon. Fourth is the one of Jeff Bryce. And rounding out the top five is Eli Bright in the 88. Then in sixth place we have George Cooper. Seventh place is Mike Burrow. Jennifer Buford in eighth. Ninth we have Danny Lloyd, and Greg Torres rounds out the top 10. For the rest of the field, there's Greg Leeds, who's inside to Alexander Rowe. Then last race, we're in Colton Yost, who's outside Kurt McGuess in the 01. Then there's Jose Mills and Jonathan Rains, along with William Bullen and France Device winner at Talladega. Then there's Riley Spurley-Tube and Oliver Galloway, along with Trey Rainey and Derek Hamill, and Cole Luigi with Simon Bloomfield. Behind them, Max Anderson and Anthony Hernandez. Then there's Dylan Brahimian and Kashawn Richardson, along with Levi Schoen and Samet Oskin. And we have Jake Allwyer, points there by over 100 points over second place. Mathis Wells, who's inside. And there's William Seaman and Steve Larker. Behind them, Ante Charles and Nathan Ormond. And there's Diego Yepes and Justin Zeidel, along with Patrick Smith and Luke Rainey. And in the final row, 41st is second in points, Paul Taylor. 42nd in the final position is the 90 of Jason Larker. There's the starting lineup for the Samsung 250 at the Daytona night race. Let's go on track sign, fire the engines up.
Drivers, start your engines!
And the field firing up for the Samsung 250. Season after season, this is one of the wildest Target Series races. We're bound to see it again this season. 42 cars roll off the starting grid, led by Ryan Brommer and Luke Rainey. The last two seasons, we've seen crashes with 2 to go happen at the front of the field. Back 2 seasons ago, they went 4 wide for the lead, wrecked it for the whole field. Sebastian Kukulon came through that to win. Last season, 4 wide behind the front 2. They wrecked, and as a car vantage truck went through the grass, came back up and wiped out our racer at the time, Anthony Hernandez, in the 1. Hernandez back this season in the 7 car, looking for redemption from this race last season. 15 laps around the Daytona International Speedway, the world center of racing. For a lot of these seasons, Junior Motorsports has dominated the night race at Daytona. Season 4, Eli Bright won it. Season 5, Jeff Bright won it. And Isaac Nichols also won this race for Junior Motorsports. Will another one of them win it, or will some other team claim Daytona as their own? Green flag in the air. We're racing for 15 laps at the World Center of Racing. The winner of this race 2 seasons ago, Sebastian Kukulon, trying to lead lap 1, and may have done it over Mike Burrow by a nose. It was close there. They'll give it to the 4 of Kukulon at the start-finish line. Now 3 wide to the bottom lane comes Danny Lloyd in the 21 to turn number 1. Here comes Alexander Rowe just behind him. Colton Yost, the 91 at Pensacola last race out. Looking for 2 in a row in the Target Series. Season number 8, 3 wide for the back of the field as they race their way off turn 2. First time at full speed down this long back straightaway. Rowe blocks the 9. Colton Yost goes to the middle lane. Behind the 76 now is Jose Mills in the 11. A push from William Bullen as well in the 40 down low. Racing off to turn number 3. Alexander Rowe, Danny Lloyd side by side for the top spot here in the Samsung 250. Rowe is going to take it off turn 4. Out front now for lap number 2 of the Daytona race. Here comes Jose Mills, the 11. Jumping up to the high side of the 76 in front of the 21. Mills now looks to the bottom. Side by side for the lead. Rowe leads lap 2. Jose Mills, the 11. Here goes Bullen, the 40, looking low, 3 wide. He wants to win badly this season. It's been a struggling season for William Bullen. Though, make it just that much sweeter, especially if it's at Daytona, one of the biggest races of the Target Series season. Here comes Riley Spurley, the 8. He's going to try and clear at the 4 to move up with them. Trey Rainey has 2 wins this season. It's been a lackluster Superspeedway Swing for him. He wants to win badly here at Daytona, try and just heal the hurt that's been happening over these past 2 races. Meanwhile, at the front, though, William Bullen clears for the lead. Here in second, here comes the 35-7 Bloomfield. 23 of Max Anderson, who dominated last race out at Pensacola. On his way to a victory, ends up with a mechanical issue having to come down pit road. loses a lap, ends up falling to last on the racetrack. We see 4 wide back here. They sorted out somehow. I believe the 38 got down front of the 19. That was close there, but up at the front for a second. Simon Bloomfield attacking Riley Sprotube to turn number 1. Next entrance stayed high with Dylan Ebrahimian. To the bottom lane comes Levi Jones in the 00 car. And for Ebrahimian, he's the only driver so far in the Target Series season to have finished every single lap. He wants to keep that string up. He wants to finish every lap, all 15 here tonight at Daytona. Sprotube back for a second on Simon Bloomfield. Got a good run in the backstretch, got clear. He's charging for the second position behind William Bone, who leads the race. Here comes 00 Levi Jones. 2 of Nathan Orman coming forward. Yepez the 0 coming up. JD Motorsports that won Daytona earlier in the season with Trip McGinnis behind the wheel in the 01 car. McGinnis looking to sweep at Daytona, trying to win the Samsung 250. He won the Hershey Kisses 300 by a nose over the second place runner. Here comes Nathan Orman for that second position. 3 wide push from David Yepez the 0. And how about second in points, Paul Taylor at the front of the field inside the top 10 for the 99. Remember, he started 41st in this race. He's going to end up inside the top 5, only 4.5 laps into this race. Orman looking for a run to the 40 of William Bolin, trying to get the help from behind. Yepez middle lane the 0, down low Paul Taylor for a third, 3 wide in the 99 car. Push from Justin Zed down the 18, who scored the 18 team's first top 10. Last race out, Pensacola took them 17 races to get to the top 10, but they finally did it at Pensacola. Back there getting a little close and physical further back in the field. William Bolin going to come off the corner and lead yet another lap in the Samsung 250. Domination so far for the 40, but Nathan Orman is right there in the 2, looking for his first Target Series victory on the back of that 40 to turn number 1. Here comes Zidell in the 18, down to the bottom. Patrick Smith, the A6, makes a move. Jennifer B for the 16 on the bottom lane coming forward. She won this race last season, looking for back-to-back Daytona night race wins in the Target Series. Racing their way down the backstretch. For third, here comes Anthony Charlebois down low. He's the one that wrecked Anthony Nez out of the lead last time here at Daytona in the night race. Orman trying to stay clear for a second, but can't quite get it done. Anthony Charlebois 3 wide to the bottom of the 55. Push from Jennifer for the 16. Maybe Jennifer's repaying Anton for what happened last season. Under 10 to go in Daytona. William Bolin has dominated so far, leading most of the laps. Jennifer B for the 16. For a second, Coluigi pushing her. Here comes Paul Taylor back on the inside, moving back forward. The 99 car behind the 42 gets shoved from middle lane. Gets back down behind the 42. That is for a second right now. Luigi 3 wide and Jeff Beeford push from Paul Taylor. Here comes Steve Larker and Jason Larker. And Eli Bright past winner here in the Daytona night race. Up inside the top 10. That white number 88 car on the bottom lane moving up. Down the backstretch, William Bolin and Coluigi run 1 and 2. Steve Larker 3 wide to try to get to third. Might be looking for second as Coluigi. They're trying to get down front at 51 or 30. Does nicely. Through 3 and 4. The Larkers coming to try and get to Coluigi and get by him. But can they somehow get around William Bolin, who's dominated so far in this race? Right now it's Bolin, Luigi, Larker, and Larker with Eli Bright the front 5. About halfway done. Here comes Coluigi for the lead. He gets Steve Larker with him. Side by side. Bolin going to lose the lead here in lap number 8. Coluigi push from Steve Larker out in front of Daytona. Here comes Eli Bright, the 88. Won this race back in season number 4. And that 7 car coming forward. Won the race a few seasons ago with Isaac Nichols behind the wheel. This time Anthony Hernandez behind the wheel. That 7 car almost won this race last season after getting wrecked from the lead. Here comes Eli Bright looking 3 wide. Steve Larker, can Coluigi clear for the lead? He does get down front of the 88 of Eli Bright. So Luigi now going to try and control the race at the front like William Bolin did. Eli Bright through to second, the 88 car. Here comes Greg Torres, the 39. Trip McGinnis won the Hershey Kisses 300, the first race of the season at Daytona, looking to repeat and sweep the Daytona races in the Target Series. 7 to go. Side by side for second. Coluigi leads in the 42. 3 wide comes Trip McGinnis and the 01 to the bottom. Riley Sprotube his help. Here comes Kukla on the 4. Once again, won this race 2 seasons ago behind the wheel of the 20 car. Can he win behind the wheel of the 4 car? JD Motorsports, remember, won this race with Trip McGinnis earlier in the season. McGinnis behind the 42 down the backstretch, moves up with them, looks to the middle lane, try to get done, couldn't get the run. He's waiting down the backstretch. Sprotube forced middle lane 3 wide, down low Sebastian Kukla on the 4. McGinnis could not make the move on Coluigi because the 8 and the 4 are both down there. Luigi stays clear for now. Coluigi, Sebastian Kukla. Here comes the 78 Ryan Brommer. He's clear in third. Alexander on the 76. He'll go up to fourth. And McDowell started this race front row. Here he comes, but for the lead now. Kukla, the 4 inside Coluigi. 6 to go. Luigi led the lap. He has more help up top. I think that 4 is going to get it easily right here in turn 1 and 2. Rowe shuffle middle lane in the 76. Here comes the 22 of Adam McDowell. Looking low. Luigi up top 3 wide. Here comes the driver to start this race second. Adam McDowell clear in the second position. Trying to run down Sebastian Kukul on the 4. Down the backstretch. He moves up with him in the draft. 98 Derek Hamill. Here comes Luke Rainey, the 12. The 9 of Coltino, the 45 of Mike Burrow also coming forward. Hamill trying to get beneath Adam McDowell to turn 3. The 22 shuts the door down low. Through 3 and 4. The 22 all over the back of the 4, Kukulan. Coming to 5 to go in the Samsung 250 here in Daytona. Hamill staying in line with McDowell for now. Kukulan leads at 5 to go. Can he lead back 5 more green flag laps is the question. Here comes Coltino, the 9, 3 wide, trying to win 2 in a row in the Target Series. Up inside the top 3 late. Mike Burrow is pusher. Danny Lloyd, the 21, also up here. Oliver Galway, the 15. And 3 by 3, further back inside the top 10. Down the backstretch. Yo makes the move, blocking Mike Burrow down low. Big move out of the 9. That was a big block. He's side by side with Adam McDowell for a second. Mike Burrow going to take it 3 wide for a second behind Sebastian Kukul on the 4. Jeff right out of line, 3 wide on the 1, making a move down low. Danny Lloyd, the 21, forced middle lane. Oliver Galway down low. Here comes Kashawn Richardson. He's 19th in points. He has 2 wins. He needs to stay top 20 to get a wild card spot. Currently running where he needs to be to try and keep it. 4 to go now in the Daytona night race. Kukulon leads Burrow in the 45. Oh, Jonathan Reed's an issue to the apron for the 61. Out of control. He's going to slow it down on the apron. Great move by the 61. An obvious issue to that car, possibly a flat tire. Gets out of the way, but is shot at a wind dash here at Daytona. For the lead, Mike Burrow over the back of the 4. Kukulon down the backstretch. Jeff Brett in 3rd, waiting. Here comes Kashawn Richardson. Danny Lloyd up here as well. Off to turn 3 for Sebastian Kukulon, coming to 3 to go. This is a big lap. 3 to go is the point of no return. Once we cross that start-finish line, we have a race. Kukulon, Burrow, Jeff Bright, 1, 2, 3 at the front. Here comes Jeff for second. Danny Lloyd is the nearest pusher. 3 to go. Yellow flag would end it here in Daytona. Sebastian Kukulon leads the race. Jeff Bright, the 1, inside. Danny Lloyd is pusher. Here comes Derek Hamill, 3 wide, the 98 push from the 12 of Luke Rain, who starts towards the back of the field. Jeff, the 1, pushed by Danny Lloyd. Chevrolets run 1, 2, 3 here at Daytona. Kashamerson down beneath the 45 to try and get to second. Down the backstretch, coming to 2 to go at Daytona. No one has touched Kukulon since he's gone out front. Jeff Bright trying to be the first to do that. To turn 3, the 1 blocks his way and went down low. He's up to the 4 now, Sebastian Kukulon, but doesn't have the run to get around him, coming off turn 4, coming to 2 to go. 5 miles left, this time by in Daytona. Jeff Bright for the lead in the 1. He knows how to win here. He's done it before. 2 to go at Daytona for the 1 and the 4. Kashawn Richardson looking for his 3rd win of the season up in the front. Luke Rain looking for his 2nd of the season. Cole Luigi on the inside looking for his first. And Jake Galloway looking to extend the points in the 19 up on the inside moving forward. Coming off of turn number 2, Jeff Bright, Kashawn Richardson clear in 1 and 2. Luke Rain in 3rd looks down to the bottom of the 20 down the backstretch. Now where's Cole Luigi go? Kashawn Richardson looks at the bottom. He's going to make that move to the middle lane of the 1 of Jeff Bright. Luke Rain, the 12, going to push down low. 3 wide for the race victory at Daytona. Coming to the white flag in the Samsung 250. 3 wide. Luke Rain, bottom lane push from the 42 Cole Luigi. He has the nose out of the 20 off turn 4. Here they come off turn 4. Luke Rain moves up against the bottom to the 42 of Cole Luigi. At the white flag, last lap in the Samsung 250. Side by side for the lead at Daytona. Alexander looks to make it 3-1 in the 76. Jake Galloway in the 19 leads the points, looking for his 3rd victory of the season. Rowe the inside for the 76. Jake Galloway the 19. Williams him in the 3. Off turn 2 for the foul tavern down the backstretch. Alexander leads in the 76. Jake Galloway goes 3-1 in the 19. Jake Galloway looking for his 3rd victory of the season. Cole Luigi power move on the outside is almost clear. Can he get clear to turn 3? He couldn't. He's going to try to get down to the middle lane. Here they come off turn 4. Cole Luigi, Jake Galloway, who wins the race back to the start-finish line. Jake Galloway, bottom lane. Cole Luigi, outside lane. The 19 moves up to the checker flag. 3 wide, who wins? Jake Galloway wins in the 19 in the middle lane. Jake Galloway has won the Daytona night race for his 3rd victory of the season. They made it all the way, all 15 laps without yellow flag. And the 19 through the middle lane wins in a 3-wide photo finish with Cole Luigi and William Seaman right there by about half a car length, maybe even less. Cole Luigi, Sebastian Kukelan giving him a great push up top. The 19, though, wins by a nose over the 42 in the margin of victory. 7 thousandths of a second. Jake Galloway wins the Samsung 250 in a crazy finish over Cole Luigi and William Seaman. Let's go see the finishing results. Here are the finishing results from the Samsung 250 at the Daytona International Speedway. No caution flags and 6 lead changes among 6 different drivers. It was a very different Daytona race. The last 2 seasons, we saw massive crashes take out most of the field. This season, no wrecks during the race. A very clean Daytona race. And it's Jake Galloway, points leader, gets his 3rd victory of the season and almost doubles his points lead. The 19 car with the win here at Daytona. Cole Luigi so close to a Target Series victory for the first time this season. 7 thousandths off the 19, but he'll end up in the 2nd position. A great run on the outside, though. I thought once he got put top 3 wide, it was all over, but he got a great push on the outside, almost cleared those drivers, almost got to it at the end. William Seaman tried a 3-wide move at the end. He ends up 3rd. Sebastian Kukelan, most laps at 5, ends up in the 4th position. Justin Zeidel, 18 crew, back-to-back top 5s here this season in the Superspeedway Swing. Then Alexander Owen 6th, Luke Rainey, Colton Yeo, Danny Lloyd, and Kashawn Richardson are the top 10 finishers. A great day for Luke Rainey. He really needed that. He had a few bad races the last few races. 7th place for him. Colton Yeo backs up the win with an 8th place finish. Kashawn Richardson needed a top 10 stay, top 20 points. I mean, Jeff Bright also needed a good day, 13th. So many drivers that needed good days ended up getting them. And Trey Rainey down 18th. He had been falling a little bit. He has 2 victories, so if he falls outside the top 20 or the top 10, he could use those wins as a wild card. Francis Device 25th. He has 2 victories as well. He's in danger of falling. And William Bowen, the 45 laps led, looked like he had one of the dominant cars here today. Ended up getting shuffled back and never could recover. 35th for the 40. Ryan Barmer started pole, ends up 31st. And down here, Jonathan Rains, with his issue on the car, whatever it may have been, a flat tire, whatever it was, ends up 42nd, the only car lap down. And for Anthony Nance, he tried to get redemption from last season. He ends up 41st here today in Daytona. Here are the point standings after the Samsung 250 at the Daytona International Speedway. Jake Galloway, his 3rd victory of the season in domination right now in the points. 191 points ahead of Paul Taylor, who is 2nd. Daniel Lloyd's only 6 behind the 99 for 2nd. Is right now 3rd. Steve Larker is 4th, and Trey Rainey up to 5th. William Seaman is 6th. 7th place with Francis Device. Greg Lee in 8th. Sebastian Kukelan in 9th. And Colton Yeo gets up inside the top 10 with back-to-back good finishes. There is the top 20 in the point standings. And my gosh, I mean, Jake Galloway at this point basically locked for the chase. I mean, we don't have many races before we get to that chase, about 5-6 before we get to the chase. He has 191 points over Paul Taylor, who is 2nd in points. Over 11th place in points, he has 315 points. Over 20th, he has 437. So for Jake Galloway, he's basically locked for the locked for the chase at this point. He'll basically be into the postseason no matter what. Paul Taylor still has not gotten a victory this season. He's currently 2nd in points. Danny Lloyd the same there in 3rd. And you look down with these multi-time winners. Kashawn Richardson is the lowest of them in 16th in points. However, that does get me a wildcard spot. The next one goes to Luke Rainey, who's 30 points outside of the top 10 and only 14 ahead of Jeff Bright. So right now for Yo, Rainey, and Jeff Bright, those 3 are battling hard for that 2nd wildcard spot. If Yo falls outside, he gets it. If Luke Rainey can jump in, I mean, there's a lot that could go on. We still could have more winners. We could have another driver who has 2 wins drop out of the top 10. Still craziness left to be determined. Greg Torres up to 25th in the points. Mike Burrows 27th. Jonathan Rains down to 30th. Trip McGinnis 31st. And McDowell 38th. For those drivers, it's going to be very tough. Greg Torres can obviously get in, same with Mike Burrows if they get multi-victories. Jonathan Rains, Trip, I guess it could be harder for Amick Dowell. I do not see him being able to go for 3 Target Series championships in a row. He's had a tough season for the 22 new team at Penske, and it's just not transitioned like it was over at Roush Fenway Racing. A lot of these drivers down here know that their chance to have a championship basically squashed at this point in the season. As we look ahead to our next race, we're done with the Super Speedway Swing. This is the race of the chase now. We're done with the Super Speedways up until the chase. We go to Boston for the running of the Pennzoil 300. I will see you guys then.